The ninth and the last fruit of the Spirit is self-control. The Greek word translated for self-control is enkrateia. It's derived from two words, en meaning in the sphere of, kratos means of strength or power. The Bible typically refers to self-control as temperance, meaning self-restraint or moderation. There are two proverbs that explain the difference of not having self-control versus the value of having it. Proverbs 25 verse 28 reads, "A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls." Proverbs 16 verse 32 reads, "Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than the one who takes a city." Self-control is thinking before you act or speak. Displaying self-control is often a matter of responding than reacting. When we react to a situation, we let our emotions take control. We are more likely to become defensive and say hurtful things. Responding, however, involves developing a thoughtful response that is guided by reason rather than emotion. So, what is self-control as a fruit of the Spirit? It is the active effort we put forth to resist the temptation to go back to the ways of the world around us after we've been shown God's spiritual way of life. Why does God want us to demonstrate self-control? And why is self-control the last in the fruit of the Spirit? Perhaps it's because it is self-control that ties with each of the fruit of the Spirit. It takes self-control to show true godly love instead of lust and infatuation, to love others not as the world loves, but as Christ loved us. Ephesians 5:2 says, "And walk in love as Christ also has loved us and gave himself to us a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God." It takes self-control to have godly joy when we are facing a difficult situation in life. Though not now you do not see him, yet believing you rejoice with joy inexpressible and full of glory. 1 Peter 1:8. It takes self-control to get along with others and make peace instead of constantly getting into conflict. Blessed are the peacemakers. Matthew 5:9. It takes self-control to patiently bear with others rather than quickly condemning them. It is very hard to be patient with all. 1 Thessalonians 5:14. It takes self-control to not automatically look out only for yourself, but kindly look out for other people. Philippians 2 verse 4. It takes self-control to do good, to go through the narrow gate toward life rather than the evil, wide gate toward destruction. Matthew 7:13 and 14. It takes self-control to be faithful and not have our faith shattered by mocking of scoffers. 2 Peter 3:3-4. It takes self-control to be a gentle servant of God, showing compassion and mercy with real love as God does with us. 2 Timothy 2 verse 24. Revelation 12 verse 9 reads that Satan deceives the whole world. It's safe to say he wants humans to love the world and its carnality, especially losing self-control, the thing that stops us from committing the works of the flesh and keep us demonstrating the fruit of the Spirit. 7 self-control rules. When you're alone, control your thoughts. When you're with a friend, control your tongue. When you're in public, control your behavior. When you're angry, control your temper. When you're struggling, control your emotions. When you're provoked, control your reactions. When you're successful, control your ego. Let me end with a quote from Beth Moore which says, "The key to self control is a refusal to allow our enemies, that's the flesh, world, or Satan, to rule or hold us captive in any way. Self control is a wall of protection. Our lack of self control makes us vulnerable to attack from the enemy." Be blessed.